Okay, people, knowledge is power. And boy, have they played a trick on us. Because here we are thinking that the material, the money, the fame, the power that we can see is what's important. That's what we think. But what's actually important is the knowledge behind that power. For instance, the knowledge that money is actually debt. Money itself is meaningless. It's those who control the money who have the knowledge behind its value in enslaving people. Those are the people who have the power, and they have it through knowledge. Yes, we are intentionally given misinformation. We are intentionally dumbed down in schools to make us more docile. We're not given the full spectrum of knowledge, and a lot of times we're given misinformation because knowledge is power and knowledge is immaterial. Okay, it is immaterial, meaning if you keep correct knowledge away from a person, then you can have them doing the most ridiculous things, and they'll do those things for their entire life. And you can literally manipulate them and have them do what you want them to do rather than what's best for them, because they've been given incorrect knowledge, and therefore you hold the key. So the big trick is not to tell us that we were actually born into Satan's world, Satan's kingdom. You see these politicians throwing up the Baphomet sign, and you see the 666, the 666. People don't do that just for fun. These rituals that they have at Bohemian Grove, they don't do that just to be doing it, just to, make a show of things. These celebrities that you see holding up these occult signs, they're not doing that just for fun. They're doing it because they actually made a pact with Satan in order to gain fortune and fame. So it's not a game. It's not a joke. People are actually pledging allegiance to Satan because they have the occult knowledge that you don't have, and that knowledge is serpent wisdom, and that knowledge is that Satan is the one with the power within this realm. So what you have here is the result of man being his own God, imperfect humans desiring to having occult and hidden knowledge, and deciding that they're going to use that knowledge to enslave the rest of the population. So using their free will to become their own gods through enslaving other people by giving them false information and misinformation. So again, in schools, you're being dumbed down. You're not. They're not giving you the full story. So when you hear things that seem, off the wall, make sure that it's you saying that what you hear is off the wall, and it's not your indoctrination saying that what you're hearing is off the wall. Because the word conspiracy, like conspiracy theory, has been made to sound crazy, or the person saying it has been made to sound crazy. But there are conspiracies, and one of the biggest conspiracies is indoctrination from birth, basically. And by the way, during these rituals, they actually communicate with demons. So not only are we being lied to in terms of evolution and, this being a strictly material world, but the elite who are indoctrinating us actually talk to the immaterial world. So they're empowered by Satan and demons. So, it's very sinister, but, if you look into it, it's the truth. So you've been lied to on many different levels, and we've been dumbed down. And I don't know if you've read about, like, the mind control experiments that supposedly were stopped because they're so horrific, back in the 60s. Those never stopped, and on top of that, the mind control experiments, the MKUltra and all that. Where do you think that these scientists got that information? They got it from the occult. They got it from the Nazis. Were really into occult, so they got this information from demons and fallen angels, or giving them mind control techniques to use against the public. And I know this sounds crazy. It's off the wall. You weren't taught this in school. demons exist, fallen angels exist. There's a reason why the Bible is being taken out of the public's out of the curriculum, and why Christianity is being taken out of the schools and prayer and all that. There's a reason, and that's to support it with dumb materialism, so that people think that, you know, this reality arose from chance and we came from stardust and slime and animals. So to further disempower us, again, it's a very sinister plot. Um, and not only are we programmed during waking life, but demons can actually come to you during dreams. You know how you have a bad dream and you wake up and, oh, it's just a bad dream, and you go about your day? Well, you could have been programmed during that dream to do something that's counterproductive to you, and you wouldn't know it, because we've been dumbed down. We're in a world where we're intentionally limited, so we can be easily manipulated by beings that have more knowledge, because knowledge is power, and if you keep knowledge from people, you can control them. So we've been controlled, and these dark entities can come to us during our dreams and actually program us in a far superior way than, you know, the Nazis were able to, or the, you know, MKUltra. I mean, they're more sophisticated at it, because they taught these, you know, evil genius scientists how to do it. You know, so these demons aren't joking around. They want to control us. They want us dumbed down, and they want us disconnected from God. And they do this by keeping their serpent wisdom to themselves and to the few elite who are willing to pledge allegiance to Satan.